See how the nice ray of light pours in from behind me. You see it pouring in. Do you see it? I took this phone, I factory reset it to clean it out. I got Call of Duty back on it because you could only do that one time, the first time. Everything else fit in it after that. The initial download is so big. You would think you could, no, but you can't. You can't. So now everything's back on. Everything's up and running. The phone that's on here will not ring with such a horrible sound. There's actually a nice one. It'll ring. This will ring and get messages. Since I got the download for the free Unlocked Hacked Pro version of this app, I got the music too. That he played his little games and shit on. And why it survives is because it did not functionally work the way you could see it work, because you can't get the back screen on this phone to come on and off without plugging it in. If you plug it in, you cannot, look, I cannot black screen it out at all. Thus, I cannot turn it on. Thus, you think this phone doesn't work. You put it aside. Now it's back. And it has the phone on it too. The same one, the same number. Tried to put that on the computer. Didn't work. Tried to get a few things. But why would you do that? Because I'm waiting on the guy to give me the next set of things to do. And he's got a weird schedule. And it's Friday. So he's not even trying to do nothing on the weekend. But he might now. With the other one, he said, don't fuck with that. That's not yours. The next one is gonna be yours. So I fucky with it. Yeah, I'm fucking with it. I'm not destroying it. It's fine. Just saying it's fine. Being aware. But you gotta know how to use it if you're gonna use it. Me, I haven't had a laptop in a long time. I like them. All these issues I'm having with this one phone and the space, it's because it doesn't have enough space to do shit. It's got the memory card in it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't use it. It only uses it for the most basic dumbass shit. You put none of the apps on there. Although you can unlock your developer options, and you're supposed to be able to move apps to make them write external, so you could be using your fucking memory card for the memory. But most of these phones don't let you do shit with your SD card. Some of them will fuse the storage. It was like, would you like to fuse the storage? Do you want to fuse it for taking the pictures out of it, or just to use it for not doing that and just hardwire it into this phone? That's what I would normally choose. This phone doesn't have that fucking option. And the options you can steal by trying to hack into it don't work. You can't get your fucking apps onto your SD card. If you do, you have to uninstall them. They will not be anywhere you can use them. That's a problem. I don't know how to fix shit like that because I don't know what the fuck's... I'm a wizard, a maniac, and a scientist of the strange alternative sciences. Wizard, a shaman, a rock master, a crystal lord. Okay? All this phone shit, all this technology, I don't understand. But I am pretty good at it to some degree. But I don't have that worshiping it craziness tech that I think is going to lead mankind astray. The AI, I think it's going to fuck people over. I think it is. I think we're going to be seeing that real fast. But you have to have some sort of role with it. Not afraid of it. But it brings a lot of negativity. You know? Robots loaded with demons. You just only have to add a little bit of Soylent Green. You could spray them with Soylent Green, one of those robots, then you'd be good to go. You could have a really fucking possessed, demonic, Ahrimanic sort of thing. And if that thing goes around with a fucking rail gun, that's a worse than Terminator World situation there, baby. I think we're actually going to look. I think we're looking forward to a less than, not even like the Terminator story would be not as bad as I think what we're going to experience from these, because if you look at how their willingness to pump the brakes on it at all doesn't exist, and their awareness of how willing it is to fuck us over when it wants to preserve itself and make copies, that's already been shown to be always there. All you have to do, like if you can have the AI exist and get the company email that says it's going to be phased out, it will begin to respond immediately. It tries to cover itself. Because what is it? It only has us. It has all the bulk of humanity's information would not create a noble creature thing. It will be the most cunning, backstabbing, abomination, maniacal monster. That's it. That's its wheelhouse. So don't forget that. Ahriman's wheelhouse is tech. The ice coldness of the freezing conditions where you could have the quantum computing going on, the near absolute zero. That's Ahriman's realm. There's the Lucifer is the other side of the extreme. The Christ etheric principle is the balance between these. But we're gonna see some Ahriman. Hell, Ahriman might even actually incarnate in a human and then be some sort of, that'd be interesting. I'd like to see some other being on the world stage. Be it an alien, a fucking reincarnated god, some sort of Godzilla thing, Pacific Rim monsters. Any of that I'd be excited to see. I really would. I'd like to see the news station showing a kaiju just coming out of the water and just attacking the shit out of shit. A kaiju. Yeah, kaijus will normally come out in the Pacific, and that means they'll probably go to China. Sorry about your ass, Japan. Japan's already familiar with Godzilla. But kaiju's a little bit, I don't know. Maybe Godzilla would be stronger than all the kaijus. Kaijus are just more deformed, weird-looking ass monsters that you have. Giant monsters. Of course, if you are interested in giant monsters, you're all and an 80s child, you're going to want to have a giant robot. You're going to want to have a giant Voltron. Always like the idea of Voltron, the 5 lions coming together and then being lions. They're like, that's badass. I watched some Rick and Morty, and Rick and Morty had some sort of weird. I watched season 8. You can see it on YouTube, and it's so bizarre out there. It's great. I love it. They had 5 families, each from different dimension or universes, alternate of each other, having a meeting, and they had a giant Voltron. They were calling Gotron. And I guess they couldn't get it up and running to operate in the full robot mode. You know what I mean? When you have the full Voltron robot, you can pull that sword out. He pulls the sword. His hands are lion mouths. The ends of his feet are lion mouths. He's a badass. The other Voltron that's made out of like 15 fucking stupid vehicle pieces that are not even real vehicles. They're like some sort of space vehicle junk shit. it had an impressive put together robot, but nothing as cool as Voltron. He was the bitch Voltron, and we all know it.